Okay, I am back. My apologies for those of you who are on the first live feed. The internet went out. Go figure. I have been having issues. I just didn't expect that to happen while I was on. So now I'm using my phone hotspot, and hopefully we won't have any issues. It is not as fast as the internet that I was using before, so hopefully the quality is still pretty good. Give me a thumbs up if it's still pretty good. Okay, I know it's been a while since there's been a video for me. The last one was about the baby that was born. His name is Oliver. We did name him Oliver. He is, what, like 11 days old now? Maybe 12 days old, something like that. Baby llama that was born, and we're still expecting up to 6 alpaca babies. I got one girl I'm really not sure about. I think I should make a video all about what it's like to wait for alpaca and llama babies. Because one of the things about them is, depending on environmental stresses, environmental factors, or various things, they can actually slow down the development of the baby. And that means that when the due date comes, the baby may not be ready. So the pregnancy goes on, and if they come before the due date or after the due date, it's all okay, as long as when the baby comes, it's actually fully formed and ready. And we don't induce labor unless there's a stress situation happening, the mom or the baby, something is actually wrong, then we intervene. But we don't induce just because the mom is overdue, because the baby might not be ready. And the baby comes when they're ready. I got one girl, Charla, who seems to be just holding on to her baby. So I don't know what's going on. She still looks pregnant to me. I don't know. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. I wanted to say, yes, crazy spring. I have footage of what's been going on this spring. It just needs to be edited and uploaded. And that will happen. It will, I promise. But here's what's been going on. I had the opportunity to open a store, like a brick and mortar store. Take a look behind me. That's it. Sorry, the chair's kind of in the way. There's not a whole lot to see other than the front door right now. But I had the opportunity to rent this place. It's on Main Street in Alma, Nebraska, which is just 5 miles from the ranch. Really good deal, really good space. I have the opportunity to buy this building if I want. And so, the opportunity presented itself, and having a brick and mortar store was part of my long-term plan. I just didn't know when that was going to happen. We already have the Chicago location at the Andersonville Galleria, which I think is really great being in Chicago. But this, being where the alpacas are, and where I can be directly involved rather than 700 miles away, this is going to be a lot better. So because this was unexpected, I wasn't planning dedicating time to opening and running a store. So after getting through the craziness of shearing time, then it was like full on opening store, which grand opening is next week, Friday, June 22nd. If you are in Nebraska or Kansas, come and see me in Alma. You will love it. We're actually having a ribbon cutting ceremony at 12:15 during the lunch hour. So, the Chamber of Commerce comes, we actually do the cutting of the ribbon and, getting the paper and all that stuff. So it'll be fun. But the point of this video is that some of the product has started to arrive, and I wanted to show you. A lot of my viewers are fiber artists, so you are going to love the things I'm about to show you. And then a lot of my other viewers are other alpaca owners, many of whom have questions about what the heck do I do with all my alpaca fiber. Turning them into product and selling them is one way to go. And that's, as you have been able to tell, is the way that I have gone. I started out as a fiber artist. So I came into the alpaca industry with that mindset, knowing what I can do with the fiber and how to make money off of it. So there are parts of the industry that I really was not interested in, and I have not learned a whole lot about. So I can kind of give you some information, but I can't advise you about, raising animals for the show ring, or like the hybrid stock or things like that, because that's just not really my niche. The fiber is my niche. All right, so there's going to be 4 companies that I'm talking about the yarn store. There's going to be the yarn shop on that side, stuff for knitters, crocheters, spinners. Yes, I've been getting into spinning, and I'm actually going to be a Shack dealer. I'm officially a Shack dealer. I just don't have any product yet. That has all been ordered, and none of that's going to be here for opening day, but in the weeks following, that stuff will arrive. And then this side of the store is going to be alpaca store. So yarn shop, alpaca store is how I'm distinguishing it. The alpaca store is going to have alpaca products like the socks and rugs and dryer balls and things like that for people that don't do the fiber art stuff. So it's 2 levels of product. You're selling product for people that create their own product, and then you're selling product that is like ready to use, ready to wear type of things. I was saying 4 companies' products am I carrying in the yarn shop, and my mindset going in is I'm choosing companies that use American-grown, American-made products. And if you are familiar with the fiber arts industry, the yarn industry specifically, there's a lot of companies that use fiber and mills overseas. A lot of them do that simply because it's more cost effective. You know, you may or may not end up with a better product, but it certainly is more cost effective. But because when I got involved with alpacas, I was really passionate about the American alpaca industry, supporting that industry and growing it. So naturally, when it comes to what products I'm going to carry in my store, it's going to be along those same lines. The Shepherd's Mill, that's the first company that I got product from. I just drove down the road here from Alma, it's only about 20 minutes. So I'm carrying stuff from them. And then the other company I have here with me today, Imperial Yarn. They're out of Oregon, and they are directly related to the American alpaca industry, which is really fun too. Other companies that I've ordered from, but I have not received yet, Brown Sheep Company, which a lot of fiber artists are already going to be familiar with. They are in Nebraska, and their wool is from American sheep in the upper West. And from them, I'm also getting cotton, lines of cotton. And then finally start off with Mountain Meadow Wool. I talked a bit about them yesterday. I did a Facebook live feed. I don't know if any of you caught that. Kind of repeating some of the stuff from that video here. Mountain Meadow Wool, I went seeking companies that fit the American grown, American made idea. And I asked local yarn store owners, who were the brands that kind of fit this idea? And I got suggestions for, I think it was about 9 of them, maybe even more, but somewhere around 9. I was like, okay, it's a really nice selection, especially starting off with, I can't, of course, I can't carry all the brands, I can't carry all their yarns, and I can't carry all the colorways. I'm not rich like that. So I'm just like starting where I can. From all of those companies, I chose Meadow Mountain Wool to start off with. They're based in Wyoming, and like I said, all of their fiber is from American animals, and everything can be traced back to the actual farm that the animal came from. So, you know, very sustainable, that type of thing, which I love that whole thing. And alpaca, it's green, it's sustainable, renewable, like you've heard me talk about all the wonderful qualities of alpaca. So yeah, that's my thinking behind all of this. Let's start off with Brown Sheep no, sorry, I don't have that. The Shepherd's Mill. Okay, so the Shepherd's Mill, they do a lot of alpaca. And if you're not familiar with, they're one of the premier mills in the United States for processing alpaca. If you are an alpaca owner looking for a mill to use, consider them. They're right in the middle of the United States in Kansas. They do excellent work. Starting last fall, that would be the fall of 2017, they started releasing yarns, their own yarns, for local yarn stores. So that's the product that I have here. This is like a set. Oh, some better lighting here. Sorry about the crinkle of the wrapper too. Okay, can you see that? All those colors there? This is their Frost line gradients. And this, you can use all three of them. All the gradients are going to run consecutively from skein to skein here. You could also do just one. You can see here in the middle that there's definitely two colors there. Over here, there's two, get my hand away, two other colors that run together. And this is a fingering weight. 55% alpaca, 30% bamboo, 10% merino wool, and 5% icicle. There is a little bit of glimmer in there. That's the icicle part. So this colorway is Early Dawn. This is more the same. But I got another color of that same. This is called Fall Foliage. So more like deep reds and purples and honey kind of color. Let's see what this is. More frost. So these are like solid colors. Frost line I also have in the online store because it's in the Chicago store. The online store because it's in the Chicago store. But the weights of yarn there, I believe, are Sport and Fingering in the Frost line. This, however, is worsted. I'm in an area with a lot of crocheters, and crocheters primarily use worsted. So that's why I got this in worsted weight. This is the same alpaca, bamboo, merino, nylon blend. This color is Stonehenge, so it's a really beautiful gray. I'm gonna run out of space here. Okay, same line. I forget the name of this. Oh, Enchanted Forest. And okay, the lighting is really not good. So this is like a deep teal blue. Okay, this is for, it's a different weight though. This is a DK weight. And this is the color is called Lichen. It's like a lighter green. Back to the worsted of Frost, Ocean Dreams. So it's a light, it's like a medium blue, but it has a gray blended in with it. Really, really pretty. Frost and DK again. This is called Honey Wheat. So honey is a, you know, kind of tell what color that is. Okay. More gradients. This is not Frost, it's just a different gradient called Berry Bright. I need to move some of these so I can see better. There we go. See those colors there? And again, you can use 1, 2, 3 skeins to create an item. This is DK weight. So that one, oh, these two are the same color, same thing. It's 80% merino, 20% bamboo. So no alpaca in this one, but still, I mean, merino bamboo, they're just amazing, amazing yarns. Right, as I pack all this together. So something else that happened recently, I actually moved my studio in Napanee to the building here in Alma. So we had to go, we, meaning me and my parents. My parents came and visited and helped me pack up all that stuff and clean and make decisions about where things go. Now everything came to this building because there's not as much workspace. So I have a lot of fiber back home. But that triggered because a lot of that fiber is going to go to the shepherd's mill and be made into product, some of which is going to be roving. Now that I actually have people requesting or asking, are you going to carry stuff for spinners? Early on, I wasn't so sure, but get requests for spinner stuff, then yeah, I can help you out. So when I was down at the Shepherd's Mill picking out product to carry, I got a couple bags of roving, and these are 100% alpaca, and this one is black, brown, and white. So that's all together in the pencil roving. Then the other colorway here is fawn, brown, and white, which I'm excited about. I have only been spinning a Colombian Rambouillet wool blend. That's what I got with my drop spindle, and that's what I've been practicing on. And if you remember in one of my podcast episodes, I talked about this antique spinning wheel that I got and had to learn how to get it to work with a new flyer and stuff like that. So I was practicing a little bit on that for a while until I started having issues, and I need to have someone look at it because I don't know how to fix the issues I'm having. So I'm back to my drop spindle. But I brought that up to say I've not spun yet with 100% alpaca. I'm waiting until I'm a bit better and more comfortable with the wool before I go on to another type of fiber. So now what I'm taking out is Imperial yarn. And see, here's their logo right there. And I was sent some buttons that say, I'm an Imperial yarn girl. There you go. And with this, I got 3 different lines. And the hardest decision that I've had to make with opening a store is deciding which colorways to carry. Like, there's a lot of decisions that go into opening a store, but it's kind of pretty interesting to think that my biggest struggle has been choosing colors. So I'm like, I know what I like, but I don't know what people around here who are likely to be my customers will like, or even, customers who will shop online will like. So I'm just trying to do my best guess. I did ask in a Facebook local yarn store owners group, how do you suggest they choose colors? And someone said, well, 1/3 is colors that you like, 1/3 is colors that you hate, and 1/3 neutral colors. So I've kept that in mind, going, okay, I need to definitely order. What's my camera? There you go. I need to definitely order colors that I don't like. All right, we are going to start off with this big old bag. Now I only unboxed this yesterday. The video I did on YouTube was unboxing this box. It had arrived at my house rather than the store, and I was so excited to open it, and I was like, okay, I need to share this with people, so I did the Facebook Live. But because of that, the bag is not as neat as it was when it first arrived. Okay, so this is their 50/50 alpaca wool. All Imperial yarns are 100% American grown and made, which of course is what I wanted. The American wool tradition is what they call it. You can go to their website and they have a really nice backstory about what they're involved in, where their fibers come from, the farms that they're involved with, and things like that. Same with Mountain Meadow Wool. They both have really nice backstories on there if you want to go check that out. Excuse me. Okay, so this is a sport weight. This is 50/50, and so these are the colors that I got. This one is called Thistle. This line is called Denali. This is a Mocha. I'm gonna keep it over here by the lights. This is Natural, so undyed. This is Black. Black. So nice. I mean, like a real black. I don't know if that's dyed or just a natural black. Okay, already have that one. Amber. This is an amber. Pearl gray. It's a really nice light gray. This one is charcoal. So you can see I did get some good neutrals. I guess a lot of these are neutrals. You know what? This is a sport weight. So I remember I was trying to choose colors I thought would go well with the sport weight that I got from the Shepherd's Mill, so that they would all be compatible sport weights. Are there any others in here? I think that might be it for this one. Oops. All right, so I did it. Let me show you that. Oh. Sorry, the lighting is just not very good. I'm not set up for doing videos in here yet and things like that. That's in the plans. Wow, this actually hasn't been in here for very long. For my day job, I moved that here too. Okay, this one, there we go. This line is called Anna. It is wool and cotton, 70% wool, 30% cotton, and it's a worsted weight. I believe it's a worsted weight. And so what it is, this is the natural color. This is pearl gray. That. And so the label on this one is a little different. This is heart red. So with this line, the color, the dyed part is the wool, that's 70% wool, and then the white is the cotton, and they're spun together. You can see the yarn there, spun together. And so I got these three colors because I'm in Nebraska. Nebraska Cornhuskers are like the thing. If you live here, you have to be a Cornhusker fan, apparently. But I got this with a project in mind for Cornhusker apparel for the fall, but also because the school colors here in Alma are also red and white, just like Nebraska. So this is for a project related to that. And the red color, they only had 2 skeins left, and they had to do another run. The lady called me and like apologized. She was unaware they were so low on that color. And I was like, well, it's for a project I have later on, so it's okay. They're going to do another run, and then they'll send me more. I think it's really fascinating to buy yarn from a company that makes the yarn themselves. They're not like the middle person who buys from a mill and then sells to a yarn store who then sells to customers. You know, this way I'm in contact with the people who are actually designing and making the yarn. That's pretty neat. Okay, and the final line from this company is this big old bag. Look at this. Okay, this is a lighter weight as well. I think this is also sport weight. It's called Auerbach 40. This one is 100% alpaca. American classic alpaca yarn is entirely produced in the USA with fiber sourced from small independent American farms. It's our approach to domestic fair trade. We love our farms and mills. So this is made there at Imperial Yarns. And if you could only feel it, it's like butter. It's like it just melts in my hands. It's so nice. This color, Skylit. And it says on here, cashmere quality. You've heard me talk in some other videos about the grades of alpaca fiber. And so this is going to be, you know, the lower micron range cashmere quality. Goldenrod. These are, I was going to say, how much is in these? 200 yards. It feels pretty little, but 200 yards is quite a bit. And this bag is falling. We have violet. Violet. And you can see it shows a little more vibrant colors with this one. Raspberry. Yes. And again, this is sport weight, so it's going to go along with the first line from Imperial that we looked at, and that's a lot of that stuff from the Shepherd's Mill. Fawn. Oh my gosh. Fawn, this is an undyed yarn. This is a natural color that alpacas produce. I have a number of fawn girls. One of the reasons I love alpacas is that they come in so many natural colors. You don't have to dye alpaca. You can have a whole range of colors with just what they grow. So that's the fawn. So I'm trying to get near the light, near the camera too. This one is called Hay. That's like an olive green hay color. I can't hold all of them. Oh, here's another one. Midnight. It's a really nice, like a dark blue. And I think that might be it. That's the raspberry, the light blue. Okay, I think that's it. So here are the colors. Purple one sticking out for all of this. So imagine what you can make with these colors. I mean, the color work with this would just be wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so next week I'll do some more videos. Be sure to follow me on Facebook. I know I've been pretty quiet here on YouTube for a while, but that doesn't mean that my life isn't really quiet. It's actually been really, really busy. But I've been posting on Facebook and Instagram quite a bit in between these YouTube videos. I have footage shot for you that just needs to be edited, showing you shearing and the sorting class and things like that. Which reminds me, I need to be filming more of this as we get the store together this weekend and next week leading up to Friday. Film that so you can see, because especially if you're an alpaca owner, you may be doing this yourself sometime in the future. And if you are someone who buys natural fibers and you love local yarn stores, kind of give you a behind the scenes view of what it takes to run something like this. So yeah, I highly encourage you to go follow me on the Butterfield Alpaca Ranch Facebook page. You will definitely be up to date if you stay linked to that page. I think that is it. I will remember to